In our previous class, we came to know how Sri Maharana and the members of the reception committee were busy in arranging the things for the reception of the minister Babu Virkishore to the village of Sri Maharana. Now let us go through the second unit of the text Mystery of the Missing Cape by Manoj Das. At last, the big day came. Here, the big day refers to the arrival of the Honorable Minister to the village of Sri Maharana. Okay. The minister got down from his jeep when it entered the very first welcome arch on the outskirts of the village. The members of the reception committee had made a welcome arch on the outskirts of the village. When the jeep of the minister entered the very first welcome arch on the outskirts of the village, he got down from his jeep. There he was profusely garlanded by Sri Maharana, but was requested to re-enter the jeep as the destination was still a furlong away. As soon as he got down from the jeep, he was profusely garlanded by the chairman of the reception committee. And who was the chairman of the reception committee? It was Sri Maharana, who was the chairman of the reception committee. It meant Sri Maharana garlanded Babu Virkishore, the then Honorable Minister of Fisheries and Fine Arts, when he got down from the jeep at the outskirts of the village. But he was requested to re-enter the jeep as the destination was still a furlong away. After he was garlanded, he was requested again to re-enter the jeep as the destination was a furlong away from the outskirts of the village. Here, destination means the site of reaching, and a furlong means a distance of 201 meters. So the minister was requested to re-enter the jeep as the site of reaching was still a furlong away from that place. But the minister smiled and made some statement which meant that great though destiny had made him, he loved to keep his feet on the ground. When he was requested to re-enter the jeep, he gave a smile and said to the people that though the destiny had made him great, he loved to keep his feet on the ground. It meant he wanted to convey the message to the assembled people that he loved to work with the assembled people to the destination. At that, Maharana and his friends looked ecstatic. Ecstatic means delighted or very happy. Hearing the statement made by the Honorable Minister Babu Virkishore, Sri Maharana and his friends looked very delighted. While hundreds applauded and shouted Babu Virkishore ki joy and Bharat Mata ki joy, etc., the elephantine minister plodded through the street to the embarrassment of the poor naked earth, it seemed. He was taken in a procession to the destination. While the minister was taken in a procession to the destination, the assembled people applauded. Applauded means what? Applauded means clapped to admire, and at the same time they shouted slogans like Babu Virkishore ki joy, Bharat Mata ki joy, etc. The elephantine minister. Here the elephantine means the characteristic of an elephant of being enlarged. The elephantine minister plodded through. Plodded through means walked slowly with heavy steps. The street to the embarrassment. To the embarrassment means to the shame or shy of the poor. And you know, when article the is used before an adjective, it refers to the poor people. Naked earth, it seemed. Naked earth means without shoes or without sandals, it seemed. And I still remember the look of Simharana when the minister's long round arm rested on his sunken neck, a look which I have seen only once or twice later in life, in the faces of dying people who have lived a contented and complete life. The narrator Simhana was also in the procession when the honorable minister was taken to the destination. When the minister was taken in a procession to the destination, the honorable minister put his long round arm on the sunken neck of Simhana. Sunken means it is the past participle form of shrink, sunken, to become smaller in size. A look which I have seen only once or twice later in life, the look or the appearance of Simhana when the honorable minister put his long round arm on the sunken neck of Simhana, the appearance which the narrator has seen only once or twice later in life in the faces of dying people who have lived a contented and complete life. Contented means satisfied and perfect life, complete life. Here, the narrator compares the appearance of Simhana when the honorable minister put his long round arm on the sunken neck of Simhana with the faces of dying people who have lived a contented and complete life. Simhana's look suggested, what more, oh my mortal body, could you expect from the world? Mine. His joy knew no bound when the honorable minister put his long round arm on his sunken neck, and his appearance suggested what more he wanted from this mortal life, and what could he expect from this world? Mine. Means he was extremely delighted when the minister put his long round arm on his sunken neck. All the people, even invalids means here disabled, for many of whom it was the experience of a lifetime, were alternately shouting slogans and gaping. We, the half-naked, pot-bellied, uncivilized children, walked parallel to the minister at a safe distance and could not help feeling extremely small and guilty. All the assembled people, even the disabled people who had joined in that procession, would be the lifetime experience for them. All the people, even invalids, for many of whom it was the experience of lifetime. And they were alternately shouting slogans like Babu Bir Kishore ki joy, Bharat Mata ki joy, and gaping. Here, gaping means staring with the open mouth. We, the half naked, here we refers to the narrator Manoj Das and small children like he. We means here the children of the village of Simharana were half naked. Half naked means only they put on the shorts, not even the shirts. With the half naked and pot bellied, uncivilized children, and village children are generally considered not civilized like city or town children. The children of the village of Simhana, who were half naked, pot bellied, uncivilized, walked parallel to the minister at a safe distance and could not help feeling extremely small or guilty. At Simhana's house, the minister and his entourage were treated to tender coconut juice, followed by the most luxurious lunch I had ever seen, with about 20 dishes around the sweetened ghee-baked rice. When the procession reached the house of Simharana, the honorable minister and his entourage Entourage means people who follow a VIP. At the house of Sri Mahana, the minister and his entourage were treated to tender coconut juice, followed by the most luxurious lunch that the narrator had ever seen, with about 20 dishes around the sweetened ghee-baked rice. So what was found by narrator when the procession reached at the house of Sri Mahana? At the house of Sri Mahana, the Honorable Minister and his entourage were served with tender coconut juice, followed by the most luxurious lunch, the delicious lunch that the narrator had ever seen in life, as the lunch included 20 dishes around the sweetened ghee-baked rice. Soon the minister retired to the cabin set apart for him. Cabin means small room. A small room was arranged for the rest of the minister in the house of Sri Maharana. After his lunch, he retired to the cabin set apart for him in the house of Sri Maharana. Though it was summer, the cabin's window being open to a big pond and a grove. A grove means an orchard. There was enough air to lull. Here to lull means to cool. This giant of man, this giant means massive or great, to sound sleep. Volunteers had been posted to see that noise, whatever, would originate from anywhere in the village to disturb the ministerial repose. Repose means rest. As you have already been explained, after lunch, the minister went to the cabin that was arranged for the rest of the minister in the house of Sri Maharana. As it was the summer season, the window of the cabin was open to a big pond and a grove. A grove means a group of trees or an orchard. There was enough air to provide coolness to this giant of man for his sound sleep. And volunteers had been posted to check any disturbance, any noise to disturb the rest of the minister. There was enough air to lull this great man, this giant of man to sound sleep, and volunteers had been posted to check that noise, whatever would originate from anywhere in the village to disturb the ministerial repose. I had by then separated myself from my companions. Here I refers to child Manoj Das. He had by then separated himself from his friends. Why did he separate himself from his friends? He separated himself from his companions because he wanted to know the questions that came to his mind about the minister. If he wanted to know the answers of his questions about the minister, then he should be as physically close to the minister as possible. So, being rather ambitious or desirous, he was eager to be physically close to the great man as possible. Here, great man refers to the honorable minister. And the minister's sleeping seemed a most ideal condition for achieving my goal. And the minister's sleeping appeared a most ideal condition for fulfilling his goal. Mustering all my self-confidence, I slowly approached the window facing the pond. So what did child Manodas do? He collected. Mustering means collecting or gathering. What did he gather? He gathered his self-confidence. After gathering his self-confidence, he slowly approached the window of the cabin where the honorable minister was taking his rest, and the window was facing towards the pond. This was the rear side of the house, and that was the rear side. Rear side means the back side of the house. The minister's PA and entourage. Entourage means people who follow a VIP were on the opposite side of the cabin, and the narrator Manoj Das, as a child, was at the back side of the cabin, and the minister's PA and entourage were ignorant about the presence of child Manoj Das, who was standing at the rear side of the house and watching the repose of the minister in the cabin, standing near the rear window of the cabin.